Cause girl, you too foreign. Be other or be boring. They got me sleep, I'm snoring. Like, you know like the other bitches. And you know damn well when I'm up that you gon' be thuggin' with me. Cause you have been fucking with me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. But before we start, let's just get to the elephant in the room. I got my braces off. And yeah, I'm still not used to it like at all. I'm not used to the smile. I didn't expect it. Let me take off my glasses because y'all can see the ring light. I think I'm just in shock on how straight my teeth could actually get. I don't think I really expected it to look like this. And low-key to me, they look a little like veneers. Like they look like, I don't know, they just look a little like too straight. I don't know. But I am very happy about how they came out. I need to start taking more pictures. It's just that I'm just trying to figure out how to work my mouth and stuff like that, because I don't know, I just feel like my mouth and my face low-key looks like different now. But yeah, what is it called? I was about to say veneers. Whatever is on my teeth, retainers are annoying. I can understand now why people like just don't wear their retainers, but it's okay because I'm gonna wear mine because I cannot afford to do this a second time. But yeah, new braces, new face, spend a bag and fix my teeth. Hope you girls know it ain't cheap. But yeah, because it's really not. Anyway, so guys, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that you can see more videos from me. And if you already saw the title, then you know that this is a story time on how I got COVID. So let's get into it. Basically, I got COVID around it was the Tuesday of Christmas, like the week of Christmas. It was that Tuesday. Don't ask me how I got it. My family and friends have a couple of suspicions, but we're not going to get into it. So Tuesday I had to go to work, but when I got up for work and all that stuff, I wasn't feeling the greatest. My body felt really warm, and I believe I had a sore throat around that time. I was just not feeling good at all, but I was still gonna go to work. So I went to work, went through the day. I'm not gonna say I felt better. I just felt like I was just really over it. I really just wanted to sleep or lay down or something. I just was not feeling good. So then finally, towards the end of the day, my shift was over, and before I left, I took my temperature at work, and I got so scared because this thermometer started beeping and it said I had a 101 fever. I was just like, oh, that is my cue to leave. Thankfully my shift was already over, so I left and I was gonna go home. But the issue is that I had to get my nails done that day. I was supposed to go to Imani's house and get my nails done, but I just felt like I couldn't go straight there. So I decided to just go home and take a nap for like an hour. And then I was going to get up and go because, you know, like priorities. Gotta get the nails done. So I came home, you know, took a shower, did my usual stuff. And then I took a nap for exactly an hour. Got up and was ready to go to Imani's house. Now, I was talking to my mom and my sister, and I don't really remember how I got to this, but I ended up telling her that I had a 101 fever. Maybe they were like asking me why I looked like that or what was wrong or something like that. So I said I didn't feel when I had a 101 fever. So when I said that, my mom was just like, you need to take a test. She wanted me to take a test, like, you know, just in general, to like know, to make sure. And also she didn't want me going to Imani's house and infecting her family. So I took a test and it was negative. So I still ended up going, but since I still didn't feel well, I wore a mask, because even if it was just like the cold or something like that, I didn't want to get her sick. And also I didn't want her to like pop up the next day talking about oh, I have a cough, oh, this and that, it's your fault. No, I didn't want to hear it. So I put on a mask and I went to go get my nails done. But I barely made it past like the front part of her house, because when she saw that I had a mask, she was just like, why do you have a mask on? And I said like, I have a fever and I think that's why I had a sore throat or something. And she was just like, just go home, just go home and rest. And I was just like, her mom said the same thing. Her mom was just like, just go home and rest. Like, if you have a fever. I was just like, when are you going to be able to do my nails then? She's just like, we can find another day, but you need to go home and rest. So that's exactly what I did. I went home and I went straight to bed. So then I woke up the next morning, and I'm not going to say I was fully better. I feel like the reason why I could say I was better is because I was still laying in bed, so I didn't feel like the full effect on my body of how sick I was yet. But I was in bed, and I was just like, I was still gonna end up going to work, unless I felt like really bad to the point like I could not like function. My plan was still to like go to work, but I was just gonna sleep until it was time. So I get a text message from Imani in the morning saying, you can't go to work. And I'm just like, what do you mean I can't go to work? And she's basically saying how she thinks she has COVID. I said, why do you think that? And she said, because she took like 2 tests, and I think one of them was like kind of positive and the other one was like positive. So I took another at-home test that day, and it was positive. And then I ended up going to the doctor, to like a clinic, and obviously my test was positive again. So I had COVID. I don't know why it showed up the morning but not the night before. Maybe it just wasn't fully in my system yet, or there wasn't enough to get tested. I don't really know the science behind it, but I was positive. Told my job, and I was out for 10 days. So I guess I could say like the first like 3 to 5 days were the worst. I'm not exactly sure. Or like it started off bad like the first couple of days, and it kind of digressed as we went on. So I had a fever for like a good couple of days. I felt really warm, but my feet were freezing. Like they were literally like, they felt ice cold. I had to start wearing socks in the house, and socks to bed, because I just couldn't do it. I had chills. I believe I still had a sore throat, and I felt lightheaded. And the lightheadedness, I could describe it as like having a buzz, like when you have alcohol in the system. I could describe it as that. I felt lightheaded, and I also felt delirious, low-key, because when I would like talk to someone or something like that, I literally, like, I felt like I couldn't properly formulate my sentences, and I couldn't like get it out. So, and my head just felt jumbled, so I just didn't want to talk no more. I would like, there was like 1 or 2 times that I like cut myself out mid-sentence because I couldn't even get it out. Like I was just out of it. So first couple of days I was just sleeping at first. Oh, and then also I was not eating any solid foods. I I believe it was the night when I tested negative. I felt like, okay, maybe I just feel weak because I haven't really eaten anything today. So my mom cooked and I ate some food, and that did not agree with my stomach. So ever since then, I was just like, no, I don't want it. Like, I just could not. I wasn't trying to have another stomachache or anything like that. So I was trying to stay away from solid foods. So for the first few days, I was eating soup. Straight, and I was also sleeping. I was just sleeping straight. I wasn't really doing anything else. Yeah, and I believe it was like the day before Christmas or the day of Christmas is when I started to develop a cough. So it went from a sore throat to a cough, and my cough, it was not no dry cough. Like, that was a throaty from my chest type cough. Like, you could hear it, like mucus all up in my throat. You get the picture. So yeah, my fever went first, and then the chills went away. The things that lingered were the cough and the head situation going on. The head situation went away eventually before the cough. I still had the cough on like the 10th day. And I also tried my best not to like talk to people while I had this cough, because I realized that like if I talked a lot while I like I realized that when I would talk a lot, the cough would start to come up, and then like I would like my voice would get hoarse and just all this stuff. So I tried my best not to really talk. I wasn't really talking to that many people or anybody really at all while this was happening, so it wasn't that hard. I didn't really have any breathing problems per se. I had a stuffy nose, and that was about it. I felt like if I thought about it too hard, then I would start like breathing weird. Like it's like when you start to think about like how you're breathing, then you start thinking you're breathing weird. I feel like that's how things were going in my head. I think I was just thinking too hard about it, because even now, like I was scared to I was scared to go back to work, because I thought that once I went back to work, like I was gonna be out of breath when I was doing stuff and everything like that. But I'm fine. I don't think I'm any more out of breath than I would have been. Even when I was like working out, I'm going to assume that the reason I was out of breath so much is because I'm just out of shape, not because I have something going on. So yeah, I think as long as I don't really like think about it, I think my breathing is okay. Let me tell you guys about what happened Christmas Day. So Christmas Day, I was so upset. I was so sad, literally. My family still came over, but I could not like really like be around them. So what would happen is that I would stay at the front of my room door, and my room door is like right in front of the living room. So I had on my mask, and I would basically just like watch, like I was like watching my nieces and my nephews and everybody open up their presents and like all that good stuff. But I could not like, I could talk to them, but I couldn't like hug them. I couldn't really interact with them. I couldn't get close to them. And I was so upset about it. And like that, to the point that I literally went into my room and was like boo-boo crying. I even made like a Snapchat about it. I didn't post it, but I was just like, worst Christmas ever. Like I was so sad. And then even like because we had like a whole big breakfast going on, like I couldn't get my own food. My mom had to give me my food. It was just like, I was just really upset. Eventually, I think they took pity on me, and they let me come into the living room. So I was able to like go into the living room, but I still kept on my mask, and I still stayed my distance. Like I was a good few feet away from them, but I was like not as like secluded and stuff like that. So that made me feel like so much better. Like it really made me feel so much better. But it's actually crazy how me and Imani caught COVID at the time that we did, because Christmas Day we had like a whole like plan. Like I was supposed to be with my family in the morning for like our whole breakfast situation, and then I was gonna go to Imani's house, and we were gonna do like little Christmas stuff like with our friends, and do like gingerbread house and all that stuff like that. So, and then that night we were supposed to go out. We did not buy our tickets to go out. We did not end up, neither one of us got like the supplies that we needed for that day. I still wasn't done with the bottom half of my outfit. I had the top portion of my outfit, but I still need to get the other half of my outfit. So it like COVID caught us before we even got like anything done. So we didn't end up losing out on any money, just some experiences, but we didn't lose out on any money. So it's almost like it was meant to be. But I mean, if God didn't want me to go out, he could have chose so many other ways to tell me instead of giving me COVID. I feel like that's a little more extreme, but that's just my opinion. And basically like how it was set up in my house was that I would stay in my room, and the only place I would really go to is like the bathroom. And if I did leave my room, I would have to have on a mask. And if I did have to go to the front door, go to the garage or the kitchen or something like that, I would have to wear my mask. In the beginning, I would spray behind me. So like anything I touch, anything I use or anything like that, I would spray it with some Lysol before I left the room, or I would just spray the room before I left the room. But really, I didn't really go that far. I really mainly just stayed in my room. Because I was not trying to infect my family at all. So I just tried to keep as safe as possible. But I think of it like in the beginning, I was like, it was nice to just like sleep and stuff like that, like just sleep it off and just calm down and rest. But I think eventually I got like really tired of it, because I'm a person that I really like my room. I really do. I love my room. But the fact that like now I gotta stay in my room and I can't leave, and like I'm basically being forced by like, you know, the CDC guidelines and, you know, my family and all that stuff like that. I'm being told by a bunch of different people that I need to quarantine and stay in my room, and I think that was the issue. Like, you know, like how people say like how like, oh, when you want to do something and then someone tells you to do it, you don't want to do it anymore. I think that was my issue. Now, obviously, I wasn't going to rebel. I was still going to stay in this room, but it was getting a little frustrating. And I think it was also because, like, I couldn't really do certain things on my own. So, like, my mom was the one who was, like, bringing me food. Like, I couldn't go into the kitchen and fill up my own water bottle. I couldn't really go into the kitchen, like, get my own food and stuff like that. I kind of had to, like, just wait on her. And I don't know, maybe it's independence in me, I don't know. I just wanted to just be able to just get something when I wanted it myself. I don't know. But yeah, that's how that was. My mom basically nursed me the entire time. She was giving me medicine, and she gave me different types of medicine. I didn't ask what it was. She gave me medicine, she gave me my soup, she made me food. She made sure I was drinking water, taking my vitamin C, all that extra stuff. Like, she nursed me, and thanks to her and God, I am here. But I didn't end up going anywhere on New Year's Eve or New Year's, even though that was, I believe that was like the cutoff, or like the end. I think it was like the day before New Year's Eve was like my 10th day when I could like actually like leave. But I didn't end up really going anywhere or anything like that. I think I was probably a bit traumatized, so I kind of wanted to just stay home. And also, like, I don't know, I was still like worried. Like, I didn't really, even though they say like you're not contagious after that, I don't really want to test it out. But yeah, guys, I believe that is it. I don't really think that there are any other details that I need to really go over. There wasn't really much to talk about because I didn't really do anything. I thought I was going to do a lot while I was in quarantine. Like, I had like plans. Like, I was just like, oh, like I can organize this and I can read a book and I can do this and that. But I really was mainly sleeping, as I should have. Like, I think that rest time was what I really needed. I did still end up like doing some productive stuff while I was in, but not as much as I expected to do. I am okay now. I tested negative, and I'm okay now. Thankfully, I didn't come out with like any like really like life-changing symptoms and all that stuff like that. My symptoms basically like went away, and I'm okay now. So like, God bless, because I when I tell you, like, it's really a mental thing, because I feel like when it comes to COVID, you really don't know what to expect. Like, it affects people in so many different ways. You really don't know what to expect. So I was just sitting there like praying. I said, please don't give me anything crazy. Please let me be able to breathe after this. Like, I was so scared. Like, I was like making sure I could breathe, making sure I could taste and smell. Like, I was terrified, like panic attack mode. Like, thankfully, like, I'm okay. But it's just, I just think the whole situation is just crazy, because even like after I was over COVID and everything like that, I found out so many people actually got sick on the holidays and got sick on Christmas. I just thought I was the chosen one. I just thought it was just me and Imani, but a lot of people got sick over the holidays. And even after the holidays, because like I didn't think I knew anybody that had COVID, but I saw people were DMing me saying they had COVID. People on Instagram were saying they had COVID. Like, it was just crazy. So honestly, guys, just wear your mask, wash your hands, be sanitary, and just stay safe. I hope I got through everything that I wanted to, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please come back to watch me. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.